Hello, my crafty friends. If you're watching the replay, thank you, and I hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment if you did, so I'll know, or a thumbs up, or something, so I'll know that you watched and enjoyed the playback to this. I don't know for sure what I'm going to do today. One of the things I would like to do is make a couple of signatures to go in here, and then I'll decide, if I want to do something else. So hopefully people will show up in a little bit. I have plenty to do in the house, so if nobody shows up in a little bit, I'll just go in the house and do some work. But I've been working on trying to get some things straightened up and cleared out and everything at home, so it's been a busy morning. Hi, Barbara. I'm here. Yay. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it or not, but I'm here, so that's good. I'm glad you're here too. Anyway, I'm trying to decide, do I want to make a signature out of the same stuff I made the cover out of, or do I want to use some regular coffee dyed papers and things for the signature? Let me show you the papers I made this out of. This is the rest of them. All of this stuff is what the different pieces of my new vacuum cleaner was packed in a box. And they have this like tissue paper inside and then regular paper on the outside. Hi, Brittany. I'm so glad you're here. Um, but there's this one, which I don't know that I would use it. I could cut it up into pages, and then there's this little one that had the long piece in it, and this one that's a little bit bigger had another piece in it, and I've taken off some of this one and used it. Um, I'm trying to remember what I used it for. I think it was one of my iCads. And then I've got, another one of those and another one of those. And then a couple like this. And then one that's this size. So I've got all these papers. And my first thought was just cut them up and make them all into pages to go in this book. But when let's find the one that I cut. But when I cut this and was using it, I realized these are not glued together. They're only attached to each other where the seam is glued. So if I cut these into pages, the white part's going to come off. That's not a big deal. I mean, the brown paper is sturdy enough to make pages. I'm just not sure if I want to do that or if I want to, use them like this, so that they're double up and thicker. The downside to that is that you can put less pages in there. Hi, Beth. I'm glad you're here. Let me turn on the air conditioner because it is really, really hot. Anyway, what do y'all think? Hi, Sherry. I'm glad you're here. Should I just use regular paper on the inside and then save these to do something else with? Or should I go ahead and make the pages out of them so that the whole thing is made out of this stuff? What do you think? Tell me what you think. And while y'all think about that, I'm going to get the black tape. I just realized, oh no, let's just dump it all on the floor. That's not good. Uh, Air conditioner is now blowing it onto the floor. The ones that have that tissue paper inside, you could open up, remove the tissue paper, and then reglue the edge to make a folded page. Yeah, I'm not gonna put a bunch of pages in here. I'm gonna put one signature over here closer to this and one over here closer to the front so that they can fold, you know, on over each other. Um, but oh, I tell you, I think that I didn't sleep good last night. I did okay the night before, but last night I had some stuff going on. My brain would not shut down, and so um, been trying to find Tanya's wallpaper tutorial for travel journal. Teresa, I'm not sure. I'm sitting here trying to think of what that is, and I'm not sure. I want to try and make this fairly even, and I'm not worried if. Oh, great! It's not quite long enough. Well, that's all right. Okay, let's put this there. And put this at half inch. I can't. I can't do it. I want to make it even, so I have to get this straight. All right, we're just going to do it and hope it's sort of close. Well, that wasn't as good as I wanted. Will it come up? Okay, I don't know. Now this is a lot of extra tape. I wonder if I can strip it. Nope, I'll have to cut it. I don't know if that'll work or not. We'll see if we can do this, because if it'd be nice to be able to use half for this side and half for the other side, or half for the end or something. Okay, Teresa, sorry about that. Hi, Jacqueline. I'm glad you're here. Okay, let's lay that down. My kids are fussing at each other. I have my earphones on in full blast while I'm making dinner. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Jacqueline. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this side. And, oops, let's do it this way. If it's going to be not straight, I want it to be not straight inside rather than outside. Because the inside will only be seen when you open it up, and nobody's going to care that much about the inside because you'll be looking at the signatures. Hi, Annelle. I'm so glad you're here. So it's going to look pretty much like that. So now we got to get, and I am going to go ahead and do these full size, I think, because they need to be stronger, I think, than the. All right, I got to cut off the bit that's a little bit too long over here. Hi, Mindy. I'm glad you're here. All right. Okay, I did a really bad job of that. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can take that off without ruining something. And okay, let's try this. I probably should be sticking glue in this, but we're not going to worry about it. It's not going to be, on a coffee table where everybody looks at it. Tilt your head and it looks even. Okay. Well, I think I fixed it all right. And now let's do one for this side. Hi, Kimberly. I'm glad you're here. Oh, there's a little piece. Okay, that looks better than the other one did. I tell you, I was so tired after moving stuff around that I was moving around in the dining room that I almost didn't come out here to stream, but I'm here. So okay, and of course we got this tiny little bit showing here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to mute for a minute. Sorry, that was Ethan, and I needed to talk to him. So, um, I've got a place right there that's a little worrisome. I'm wondering if I should put tape here too. I don't know. It feels right there like it's gonna come, come up. Let's try just gluing it a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue in there. That's right on the edge, so this may not be enough of a fix. I may end up having to go back and put this gaffer's tape on that edge too. But anyway, I'm going to have to get off about 3:30 today. I can't stream as long as normal. Sorry. um, okay, let's measure what size we need our signatures to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 1/4. Any Timmy tape that would match. Um, I don't know. I think putting Timmy tape over this stuff would just make it look more chaotic. If I'm going to cover it, I think I want to cover it with the black because I've got a black border. I think that would look better. And I might could just do that. See, there's another place. I might could just do this one side and leave this one alone because it's okay. Hi, Nicola. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to because it's breaking down here too. And this side's not doing that at all. And I don't know if it's a difference in the kind of paper I used over here versus here, or if I'm not sure, but I'm going to go ahead and put the tape there, I think. I don't know if y'all do this, but every time I move or I have some plan, where I'm having to rearrange things, I do it in my sleep for days. And this idea of changing my studio into the dining room has been causing that. So I didn't sleep good last night, and it's mostly because I couldn't get my brain to turn off. Plus, I was trying to figure out some of the issues that Ethan's having over in the apartment and see if I could figure out how to help with them. So my brain just kept going and kept going. I'm going to see if that'll stick down. It might not be a good idea, but this one will do better because it's bigger. I should have gone up a little bit more here and a little less down there. And of course it's crooked. But we're going to just not worry about the crooked on this because I don't want to take it off again. Okay. So this is what it looks like now. And I could do it like this. I'm trying to decide which would be better. And this way I could put a closure on here. Well, I wish that I don't think I've ever in my life been out in 20 minutes. It just does not happen for me. I I remember complaining about not being able to get to sleep to one of my friends, and she just looked at me and she had this really really sad look on her face, and she said, "I'm sorry, I can't even relate to that." She said, "A bad night for me is when I go to sleep after my head touches the pillow instead of before." Oh, I do that too, Barbara. I do that too, but it's just I've tried, I guess, everything legal to try over the years, and it's just something I have to deal with. Okay, um, let's measure this. Okay, we're gonna make it 9 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, now maybe I can't forget. Barbara says, I have one art page that I got up and made on one of those nights before I started listening to stories. I'll see if I can find it and post it on your Facebook page. That would be great. I'd love to see it. Sleep's always an issue. Yeah, I wish it wasn't. I mean, I know there are people who don't have that trouble. Darren never had that trouble. He'd lay down, we'd talk for a minute, and we'd say good night. And I mean, like in 2 seconds, he'd be snoring away, and I'd still be laying there. Hi, TJ. I'm doing good today. How are you doing? Are you already back at the office? Or are you still out jumping fences and petting dogs? That sounds bad. Um, TJ's doing meter reading, and so he doesn't just jump fences for fun to pet dogs. But, okay. All right. Well, everybody said nobody gave me a real decision. They said for me to decide. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn all these things into pages. Doing pretty good. All the work for today is done. So you're at home for the next hour and 45 minutes. Well, cool. That's nice. That's very nice. Okay. This one, let's fold it in half, and I think it'll fit just like it is. Yep. So that's easy. I haven't decided yet if I want to glue it together and just make it a sturdy page. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry about pockets with this. I'm just going to make pages and we'll deal with pockets later. Take a pack of hot dogs in your pocket and hand them to the dog, TJ. That's what my uncle did. Well, so far, at least he hasn't told Hannah if he's had any trouble. If you like dogs, they know that and they treat you better. You're not allowed to feed the dogs. Okay, well, that's probably wise because you don't know what kind of diet their owners may have them on. You might get somebody mad and don't need to deal with that. People weren't as picky about what was fed to their dogs back in the day as they are now. He wasn't either. Okay. Customers get mad sometimes, and a meter reader has fed them a burger with glass crust in it before. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know if that was because the meter reader was just horrible, or if that's because the dog was horrible and then the meter reader became horrible too. I don't know. Um, that is horrible. Well, nobody has to jump my fence to read our meter. They just read it through a telescope thing. I don't know what it's called, but some kind of thing over the fence. They don't have to actually come in my yard. So the meter reader was horrible. Yeah, I agree. Well, I knew he was horrible, but I didn't know if he was horrible alone or if the dog was horrible too, I guess is what I'm asking. Okay. Uh, uh, but I never had any problems, you know. And in fact, I have never even seen the meter reader. Um, Now, the dog we had a long time ago, Cubby, he would have barked at the meter reader. He barked at everybody. He barked at UPS trucks. He barked at FedEx. He barked at the postman. He barked at everybody. Um, but Sparrow doesn't really bark at people. Um, he humph 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 makes that kind of a sound at people. If he wants you to pet him and you're not, then he makes that kind of weird sound, or he whines. But if he doesn't care whether you have anything to do with him, he'll just look at you and that's it. And he won't say anything. But it's always nice to be able to scope them from the alleys. The dog was also bad, but that isn't a good reason. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Violence is never the best answer against people or dogs. But yeah, I guess they read both of my meters from the fence because, well, for one thing, my gate is boarded shut, so they can't get in through the gate. They would have to jump the fence, and um, and they don't. So, but Sparrow would probably just lick them to death. So there have been a couple of people that he was suspicious of when he and Hannah are on a walk, and I'm happy to hear that because I want him to be, to think of himself as her protector to some degree, even though he thinks most people are good. I have not made any videos in 3 weeks, Teresa. So I did not do the study this week. I'm sorry. I am going to try to get one done for next weekend, but I haven't had time. If I've been doing any art, it's been on a stream. I haven't if I've been doing anything, it hasn't been on video. So I'm sorry. I am planning to get back to it. Your YouTube's not always nice. Yeah. Well, I have that same problem. I understand. YouTube's not always nice. Meter readers aren't allowed to hop fences. Sometimes you do, but it's rare. Oh, okay. Well, Hannah talks like it's the normal thing. But that's probably um, just because she said it once and she thinks it's funny. So okay, let's see here. We got a little bit less than that, and I'm going to just cut it here. Oh, I hate notifications that come while you joke about it with her, but you don't actually hop fences. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad to know the real truth now. But it's always fun to joke about things, so I understand that too. Well, I'm glad you don't have to do it, as a daily occurrence, because that would be exhausting. That would be exhausting. Okay, I'm going to just glue this one shut too. Um, I haven't done any more iCads either. As soon as we had it's like everything blew up at once at my house. Needing to help Ethan get stuff done over there in the apartment, and the fleas, and I mean the whole thing. It's been an ordeal. So I haven't made any videos. I was doing so good too. In June, I made one every day, and I got like to June the 4th or 5th, and that was the end of that. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, great. I don't know where. I need a wipe, and oh, there's one. Okay, so say I emptied the last batch, and I wasn't sure. They could be anywhere in this room. So, but I found them. Hi, Stacy May. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, I hate gluey fingers. That I'm really not like, um, a germaphobe or anything like that, but I hate gluey fingers, so I have to clean my fingers pretty often when I'm doing gluey stuff. Okay, both of those are glued now, so there's that one. And then I'm going to fold this one in half. And I'll just make 2 pages, whatever size this is. Oh, that just turned out really bad. Look at that. See, can't cut. I can't cut straight. I can't draw straight. All right, that at least doesn't look quite as bad. It's probably still not straight, but Mindy needs new fingers. Yep. Okay, I just put that in here, and I'm gonna. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. Okay. Okay. I think that. Well, evidently the glue doesn't go through that tissue paper as good as I thought it did. All right, now let's do this one. I want to make sure those are really glued down good. So, all right. Well, I guess I can leave that one. I think it's got a natural bend right there. I don't think I'm going to leave it though, because I think that one side was just a tiny bit too long. So we're just going to go ahead and make a new one. When I get things a little bit better along in my new studio space, I'm not sure when that will be, because there's still a whole lot of other stuff that has to happen. But when I get that further along, I will show y'all kind of where I'm putting things, um, and where I'm going to be filming videos and all of that kind of thing. But right now, I'm just trying to get things organized so that I can move stuff in there. I um I don't know how many of you have, I've seen somebody, and I can't remember who it was, if it was Tanya or someone else, who, had a 40% off coupon or something and bought one of those things that are kind of octagon shaped on a turntable, and you turn them and they have all these places you put stuff, and they're white at Michael's. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I've wanted one of those for a long time, but there's no place on my table where it would actually fit out here. And they had all of that kind of stuff on sale, 40% off at Michael's. And I had a $10, well, I had two $5 vouchers because Hannah bought a lot of, she bought some stuff and I bought some stuff. So we ended up with two vouchers. Anyway, I was going to use both of those vouchers on that. And I was thinking I probably, it probably cost $35 or something. And then it would be, um, 40% off. And then with my vouchers, I thought I could get it pretty cheap. And then I go in there and, it was not so much cheap. It had the price on it now is $60, $59.98, and then 40% off made it was still 35 something. And I was like, oh my goodness, I did not want to spend $25 on this. And I did not think it was going to be, that expensive. Anyway, I did go ahead and buy it. So I ended up spending $25 on it. They did jack it up. Yeah. I don't know if they jacked it up to reduce it or if they just jacked it up because they're jacking up everything. Everything's is more expensive. And so, I don't know if they did that kind of nefariously in order to make more money off it while it's on sale, or if it just the price, they've upped the price on it, period. And then, and it just, because I hadn't looked at it in a long time. Anyway, I was wondering if anybody else had gotten one of those and what you paid for yours. Did you have to pay something off? I mean, I can't imagine anybody spending $60 on that thing. That's just insane. I just really can't see anybody doing that. But anyway, I thought I'd see if anybody else bought one and if they remembered what it cost when they bought it. Because I was really shocked by that price. I don't know why I keep trying to do it that way when I've already got proof it doesn't work. Anyway, I went ahead and got it. That's going to be my last crafty spend for a while. And it's really an organizational spend. That's what Darren would say. That's not crafty. That's organization. Spending on organization is always okay, according to Darren. He liked things organized. So he thought that it would be okay with him if I spent that much money on something to organize with. Garage sale Lazy Susan and cardboard tubes and such to make your own. Yeah. Believe me, I was sitting there thinking about that. And then I was also thinking about how tired I am. And and I decided just to go ahead and buy it. Yes. Yeah. It is kind of like that, Mindy. Um, I didn't. If I had known I was going to ask y'all about it, I would have taken a picture and when I was asking them, showed you what I'm talking about. But I didn't think to take a picture of it. I haven't even taken it out of the plastic. It's just sitting there on the desk in the dining room, waiting for me to you know, get everything else off that desk so I can put it on there. The desk that I have in the dining room is a really big old teacher's desk. So it's much bigger than the space I have here. It's not quite as deep because this is a card table that I'm working on, but well, actually, it might be just as deep. It actually is. It's as deep, but it's like 1.5 times as long as this table. So I'll have room to put it there. And I found a place to put my stair step thing that I got at the thrift store, and I spent the same amount on this big wooden stained nice stair step thing that I did on that little white twirly thing. You got one from Dollarama. Wow, that's cool. I don't have Dollaramas, so. And I'm sure there are other places to find something like this. This is just the one I've seen, and they were 40% off. And I thought, oh, but I couldn't see a price anywhere. You know, they had showed the prices of some of the other things. That whole brand was on sale of organizational things. And they showed the prices of some of the other things. And they were like, you know, this big thing with like 10 drawers, all wooden drawers, you know, well, particle board probably, but anyway, you know what I mean. It wasn't plastic. Or a bunch of different slots that you could rearrange to make, you know, the heights that you want them. Yeah, the dollar stores are not dollar anything anymore. That's true. Um, anyway, oh, a flat one with, well, you know, you could put a lot of stuff on a flat one, especially like mediums and paints and things like that. I want this one for tools and paintbrushes and pens and things like that I'm always trying to find. So, dollar stores are not as cheap as Walmart's. That is true in some cases. Okay, look, Eric, this is all I've got. It's already puffy just because these are puffy. So, hmm. Okay, I have two of those and two of those. Okay, so that's four. If I just do these, that's four for each signature. Now I've got this one that's small, so it could go, you know, up here layered with the others. Okay. And I've got this one. So I'm going to do these two, and I'm going to leave these big ones alone, and I'll do something else with them later. Because I can tell I don't really have room for much more. I'm trying to decide. Iron them. That's a great idea. But I'm lazy, Teresa. I'm lazy, so I probably will not iron them because I couldn't go ahead and put them in today if I iron them. Okay, I need to straighten that up anyway. We will see. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay. You don't have an iron? Well, I have one. I have one, but in fact, I have one that I bought specifically to iron coffee dyed papers and stuff with. Um, but it's in the house. If it was out here, I might go get it, and I mean, I might grab it and use it. But but it's not. Getting glue all over everything. Okay, so we've got that one and that and this. Okay, I'm going to put this one here, and then I'm going to make this one for this one. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it long like this and fold it. Fold it so that it folds out. Got to have at least one of those kind of pages. Okay, I'm not going to make it quite that big because I want the fold out to be worth something. Our Dollar Tree paper pack has a good bit of paper in them for $1.25. Walmart has a pack that's about 5 times the amount for the same price. That is true. I found that out myself. I went to Walmart and I saw these little paper packs and looked at them and went, "Wow." The papers are not quite as varied in texture and stuff as the ones at Dollar Tree. But if you want some scrap papers for cheap, Walmart's definitely a good choice. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Brittany says, I use the default setting, and on my iron, that's the lowest temperature. I iron them using a towel on top. I forget which material it's actually set for. Yeah, it's probably polyester or something like that if it's the lowest setting. So there, this one will have a little flip out thing. Yes. Okay. I'm going to use these big ones as my covers. I mean, my, signature, my signature cover. Put that one in the middle. No, let's do it like this. That'll make them spread out a little bit more. Uh-oh. Now, see how long that one is compared to the others? I got to see if it's even going to fit. I may have to shorten it. Okay. Okay. It barely fits in there. I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. So there's one signature, but it feels out of balance. And I think it's because of this little one here. Okay, let's do something different here. Let's do this one and this one, because those barely overlap at all. And then we'll do this one and this one. And it probably won't change anything, but I feel better. Okay. I think that's bugging me. There is space for it, but just barely. Gonna go make corned beef and cabbage. All right. Brittany says, I made my first ever hidden spine journal yesterday using the technique you often use when you tie your signatures to a thin strip and then glue it to the inside cover. Yeah. That works well. At least it's worked well for me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, well, let me see if I need to do that to this one. Okay. Okay, see, this is even longer over here. Yeah, so I'm going to have to cut those down too. So I didn't measure very good. I didn't measure very good. That's all right. It doesn't have to be done by a certain time. So, all right. Oh, that one stayed glued. Okay. I'm glad I had enough glue in there to do, deep enough in there to do that. Let's do this. And I think, yeah, I did. I thought I was through, so I tossed that. But I went back and got it. Okay. Now then. Hum, hum, hum. Trying to figure this out where it's. There we go. Okay. Sometimes you have to rearrange them just to get the pages to come out more even because some of them, have to stretch a little bit more to go around. Okay. Here's this one. And this one. See if this one needs to be cut too. Yes. How about that one? No. No. Okay. These two I'm going to cut off. Or I could put them on the outside. I could do that. Let's see if that'll work. I don't know if that'll work or not, but let's see. There's not any reason why it has to be, in a certain. Okay, that's still quite a bit different. So we're going to take those two and we're going to cut them off. Obviously, I need to really measure instead of sort of measure. I think I'm going to take a little bit more off of this one and I'm going to go ahead and put them in the middle. I can't believe how close we are to the end of July. It just feels like time is. The days are not long enough to get everything done that I want to get done, but they're going by too fast. Okay, that one was. Well, it's sort of glued in a couple of places and not really glued into some other places, so it's okay. Why do I keep throwing that away when I'm not done yet? I thought I was gonna get to move Sparrow out of my bedroom and move him into what has been Ethan's bedroom. But when he can hear Hannah talking, he whines because he wants to be with her. So I told her that room is just on the other side of her wall, and he will definitely be able to hear her through that wall, and he will be whining all the time she's on the phone or playing her games or all the things that she does. And so oh, that's the one that's finished. Okay. Anyway, I told her she's just going to have to leave him in my room because we would all be miserable if he had to keep on, whining all the time. so I'm not going to get him out of my room, which I was kind of looking forward to, but he's really not a lot of trouble. It's just that I can't take naps or go to bed early or things like that when he's, because I don't want to turn off the light and confuse him. Okay, well, those are very short. Look at that. Okay. I mean, we literally have like 2 inches. So maybe that wasn't the best plan. Let me glue this a little bit. Now I've got to decide what else. 5 months from today is Christmas Eve. Get your shopping done. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm not ready to think about Christmas yet. There's too much between now and then that has to be done. Well, three months from today is when your baby's due. That's so cool, Brittany. I'm so excited for you. So excited for you. I wish you lived here so I could babysit some. But it'd be a little far to where your babysitter to be. Don't start thinking too much about Christmas till November. Yeah. I do think, I mean, sometimes if I know something that the kids want, I start saving money towards, the ability to purchase it. But other than that, I don't worry too much about it until I have to. I never know if my parents are going to be here or if they're going to run off somewhere at Christmas, or if any of my brothers and sisters are going to come, or so nobody knows anything until probably October or November. So October 24th is when Brittany's baby is due. I need to write that down. Where's my notes? I need a note. Okay. Because I need to know that. I need to keep up with that. Okay. I knew it was October, but that was all I knew. Hi, Sharon. I'm glad you're here. I don't think I'd want my baby born on Halloween. Of course, I'm not a Halloween person, so that might be part of it, but I don't. Babies who get born on holidays sometimes get, um, you know, as they grow older, they feel like their birthday maybe is not as special as they would like it to be. Okay, I'm trying to glue this down. I should have just cut it off shorter or made it longer or something. I didn't know you had a Halloween baby, Mindy. I wanted both of my babies to be summer babies because I heard summer babies are healthier. And so it worked out that way. I got what I wanted. So, of course, I'm a planner, so I was trying to plan it. Planning it doesn't always work, but it happened to work okay for me. All right. Now then, signatures. I need some clamps. Okay, that's That one's not going to work. Let's see. Find some different ones. Still not going to get that one on the bottom, but okay. I have a journal cover that will be too big for the pages I want in it, so either I have to paper piece them together to make longer pieces or find a new cover. I like to use boxes and books. Yeah, I do too. And I'm trying to decide if this is really going to work, since I mean, I could put one signature up here and one signature down here when I sew them in. But that looks a little funny too. See, that makes me want to save these for another journal and just get because see, even if I just used regular copy paper, it would be an inch longer than this. It would still be short though. Okay, that's so what do y'all think I should do about this issue of the cover being much too long? Should I do this, or shall I put different pages in it and save these for something else? What do you think? I'm not going to make a decision until I read your brilliance. And when you give me some brilliance, I might go with that. Y'all do have brilliance out there. Sharon says just use different pages. That would be the easiest solution for sure. That would be the easiest and probably the solution I'd be the happiest with. Hello, hello. How are you doing, Crafty? Okay, let me see what I've got. I've got these coffee dyed papers that I made for Hannah to make a journal out of, and then she decided not to worry about that. So I slept pretty good the night after the streamathon, but last night I did not sleep good at all. So but it's mostly because okay, I just need to take one out so they'll be even. Mostly because my brain wouldn't turn off. This would be the easiest solution because I just have to either cut these or fold them in, and they actually fill it up much better. It's still not, maybe as long as I would like for it to be, but it fits right in here a lot better. Of course, I could put them down closer to the bottom, and I could have things sticking up out of them, and they would have a place to go. Got your dinner cooking. That's good. Stacy says, leave them as they are and put journaling pages at the bottom. And I'm trying to envision that, and my brain is not good enough today to do that. Well, the problem is these are already puffy, and if I add more to them, it'll get really fat. So I don't really want to add more to these. Now, I could maybe stick one of these in each of these signatures. Or I could take this and just cut it off. Make it shorter. Oh, that's okay, Barbara. We're just glad you were able to come back. Sometimes those phone calls have to be done when they're done. I don't think I want to cut it off. Okay, let's see. Let me think about this. I have how many pieces of paper in here? Don't cut it, Sharon says. I'm not going to, Sharon. I went ahead and made that decision. 4, 5, 6, 7. Insurance makes terrible phone calls. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's think if we do this. Okay, I'm going to have to cut some off of here. See? Okay, see, these are like 5 inches wide, and the width is good. It's the height that's not so good. So I need to cut off about 2 inches. Okay, sure. Here is, if I put them both, you know, where you would normally put signatures, this is what it looks like from the top. So it's, you know, it's a good 2 inches there. I have no idea how I'm planning to use this book, Barbara. I don't plan to use most of my books. I just make them because making them is what's fun to me. Unless I am, you know, unless I'm making one to do a certain project in. And I do that some, but I just wanted to make one out of these things. So I don't have a plan for the book. That's if I do one at the top and, you know, one at the top and one at the bottom. Sounds like a plan. Yeah. And Barbara says she did the front one at the front and one in the back, and she wasn't really happy with that. So maybe I need to rethink that idea as well. It doesn't change anything as far as how many pages you use or anything. I just thought it might be more interesting to do it that way, but it also might be a pain. Okay, so if you have those at the top, you can put a flip up journaling spot at the bottom in a separate thing like matchbook style. Okay, so if we do these up at the top, I'm still, my brain is still dead, I guess, because I'm still having trouble envisioning. So something that flips up or down like this. Like if I made something that went like that. Barbara says it was okay to make the fairy book that way because I put it together after it was all finished. If I were wanting to use that book and work in it, I wouldn't like it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Is this kind of what you're thinking about for the bottom part that you were talking about? It would have to be very, very short, um, or it would bulk up these pages more. And now these are still short, but they're just not as short as those other ones. Yeah, it would interfere with the pages being turned. That's what I was thinking. It would have to just be really, really tiny. Um, but I could do a flip up like that, and then that would just, flip up to be um just for random thoughts. Okay. What I could do, let me find something to kind of show you what I'm thinking about now that we're thinking about this flip up kind of thing. I'm just going to use a piece of this. Okay, let me make this a little bit smaller. I could put something in here like this that's at the bottom, and it just flips up, like this. Um, doesn't really do anything except fill up the bottom. And then it would look full. Hi, Joyce. I would just make a different cover if it were me. That's true. That would be just finding pages that fit this and finding a cover that fits this would be the easiest thing to do. Um, turn it around. Okay, well, these pages are not really long enough either. So I'm going to scrap both of these. And we're going to find stuff that I can make pages with that will fill this up. Because this is the journal I want to make. This is the cover I want. I do have some 12 by 12 paper. I just am not big about making my pages out of scrapbook paper. I know that's what they're for, but clarity is also always so welcome. Yeah. Oh, all right. Let me see what kind of papers do I have that would be tall enough that's not scrapbook paper, because I'm really not wanting to use scrapbook paper. I don't know that I have anything else that'll work better though. Um, let's see. Let's see. I have some watercolor paper that I could use. Well, they're really not though. Um, because see, if I put them up here at the top with just a little bit of a border, then you still got at least another inch and a little bit down here. And if I fold them, like this, they're not wide enough. Yes, they're folded in half. But if I folded them to make them long enough, they wouldn't be wide enough. Okay, give me a minute to think. Give me a minute to think. There's bound to be something around here. I have some paper way back over there in the corner behind like 3 stacks of stuff that would be big enough. But, oh, wait a minute. I have an idea, and I might actually even reach this. Okay. Let's see. I have some dyed, yeah, I could use these. Let's see. I don't want those that are mostly white. I want some coffee dyed ones. And these are dyed with the blue, but you can't hardly even tell. They still just look white, but they did have some. Okay, now I don't have a place to sit this silly box because I can't put it back where it was. My lines run when I dye them. It depends on which paper you get. Some composition books run and some don't. I would have been happy if these had run, but they didn't. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We've got, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need a couple more. Okay, these came from different composition books, so they're not even all the same exact size. Oops, that one's kind of messed up, but that's all right. Okay. What I'm going to do, I think, is cut these from one side and from the, oh man, they just almost fit perfect. I may just leave them like this. I'm going to get them cut lengthwise and then we'll see. Well, these were way back in the back and the back and the back. They were not so far back I couldn't get to them, but I was risking a Craft-A-Lanch when I did. Okay. Okay, I'm going to measure again. What? One, two, three, four, five. 5.5 is 11. Okay, I need these to be 11 inches long. And I'm going to just cut them all to 11 inches and then I'm going to refold them, because that way the fold that was the fold before will not be the fold this time, and I think it'll be sturdier that way. When you take them out of a composition book, you do have to think about that. All right, let's drop some clamps on the floor. That's what we need to do. I was holding out on you. Well, not intentionally. Not intentionally. Okay, that's not working. Let's try it again. Okay. Now then, let's see if we can get these papers to slide under here. You're supposed to be able to do a bunch of pages at once. Let's see if we really can. Uh-oh. Okay. 11. All right. Good grief. Okay. 11 inches is right here. Okay. We were able to cut them all off at once. Isn't that nice? I love this trimmer. Even puppy pages like this, I could get that many in there. So we'll use these for something else. Now, what I just realized after I did that is that I could have folded this side and, folded them to make them the right size. But I didn't think about that until after I'd already cut them. So. Alrighty. See, I like these long, tall books like this. And that's why I made the cover the way I did. But It's from that tape. It's messy. I guess if somebody wanted to use this as a writing journal, they could, because you can see you can still see all the pages, but um, Brittany says, I think I'm going to leave mine not wide enough in my new journal, and that way I have room on the edges to add tabs and whatnot. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Brittany. I've done that before. I really liked the way it looked, to have all the stuff inside, if sticking out and pretty, but inside the covers so it's protected. I think that's a great idea. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I was such a bad mom when it came to baby journals. I have, well, I put everything in Ethan's up until Hannah was born. And then poor Hannah had such a hard time when she was little that I didn't have time to worry about anything that had to do with anything besides trying to get her healthy and happy. so so Hannah, I had a book for her, and everything's just stuck in it in a bag. And Ethan's is all written in, and pictures are in it and everything till he's 3, and then nothing after that. So okay, let's see. We've got okay. All righty. Writing journal, art journal, those pages are awesome. Okay, thank you, Teresa. I think they'll work fine either way. I agree. Hi, Kathy. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. You don't have to back and forth these. I'm just doing it because I can, I guess. Okay. All right. Well, we have 2 signatures. And for the size of our spine, I think 2 signatures is plenty. Especially if I do art in them, because I always do collage and it always makes them fat. So, all right. Now let's get the cover and see how this is going to work out. Okay, they are just like exactly the same size as the cover. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It does mean you have to be exact when you punch your holes. And you know how exact I can be. I think it'd be better if I trim them just a little bit. I need to crochet me a pot lid lifter. My pot lid handles are the same as the pot and they get hot. Yes, that's a great idea. Crochet them out of wool, Teresa. Wool is more insulating and it'll keep your hands safer. Or cotton is the next best thing. I would not do them with acrylic, but that's just me. Wool would be the best insulator for your hands. Now I'm trying to decide. I doubt that there's enough left after making a hat. I don't know. You could just try it and see how far it goes and see if it makes one or not. I could probably find some more wool to send you, Teresa, so that you could do that. Thanks, Anel. I like it too. But I do think I'm going to trim the pages just a little bit because if my sewing in is not perfect, they will stick out somewhere, and I don't want them to do that. So, and you know my sewing's not going to be perfect because I'm not perfect. Okay, they go like this. I'm going to take them off at the bottom. It's okay, Anel. I read Taiwanese, so you can leave your message. You don't have to fix it. Put your brace on again. Yes. Oh goodness, Teresa. Wrists are hard to heal because it's hard to get. It's like shoulders. You can't do anything without using them. Where did I put my cutter? Oh, here it is. Okay. Wow. It was just really close too. And okay. Oh no, I'm doing the bottom, not the front. Okay, we're going to make this, well, it's not exactly, well, like I said, they're from different composition books, so they're not exactly the same size. So I'm going to not worry about it. I'm just going to cut them. No, I'm going to do it this way. And that way, when I cut them, they will all be even. I'm glad I thought of that now and not after I cut them. Okay, 9 1/4. Let's go 9 5/8. I think that'll be better. That's not really a whole lot of. Okay, nope. Let's go back and do 9 1/4. Okay. All right. The heart thing blocks half of the message. All I can see is that you were going to put your. Oh dear. There's got to be a way to disable that, but I don't know how to do it. I wish I could. I wish I could. Does anybody know how to disable that? Okay. 9 1/4. Okay. All right. Yes, the heart icon at the bottom right of the chat window. Somebody told me there's a way to get rid of it, but the person who's doing the streaming needs to get rid of it, but I don't know how to do that. Do you know how? Because if you do, I would love to know how. Teresa's gonna go see if she can figure it out. Alrighty. If she accidentally goes live, don't worry about her. She's not really live. She's really just investigating. Okay, we're just gonna use these. That would be great, TJ. I appreciate it. Have fun. Thanks for coming in. We enjoy having you here. All right. I'll let those young minds figure it out. And then they can tell me what to do. That sounds like a plan to me. Okay. Hold this up. I think after what Barbara said, I'm going to go ahead and put both of these in at the front just to be safe. But let's make sure it's going to fit. Everything's going to be good before I put them in. Okay, there's that. Okay, I think they're still a little bit too wide. Look at that. See how they're bending to fit in there? I'm getting tired of having to redo this all the time. I don't usually have this much trouble. I can usually make a journal pretty quickly, but this is not the day for quick journal making. Okay. Let's scoot these in closer to the thing. And these are close enough. Make sure they're tight. Okay. All right. Now then, I need my cutting board. I guess I'll just use this one because I'm not sure where the other one is. Okay. I'm going to have to do them one at a time because they're going to slide. Okay, that's not working. Okay, maybe it is. Okay. Just go with it, she says. Okay. All right, let's see if we can line this up straight here and line this up straight there. And then I can take this and line it up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now where's my cutter? You know what? I think it's in the house. I saw 2 in the kitchen, in the desk in the dining room, and I wondered why there were 2 in there. And I think it's because one of them belongs out here. Oh, come on. Oh, dear. Okay, I'm going to have to stand up. I'm using my wrong hand because I set this up backwards. So I don't have the strength in this hand. And I think that my knife blade probably needs to be replaced too. Okay. Well, I'm not feeling very patient right now, Annelle. I can tell you that. I'm not feeling very patient. In fact, I'm going to be completely transparent. If I were not doing a live stream, I would have just said forget it and gone in the house and not done any more on it today because it's frustrating me. Okay. Okay, see how crooked that is? And I was measuring it up by lines. Okay, let's put it here and see. Okay, I just want to cry now. I don't want to do any more. They just don't want to share. Okay. I need my big cutting board because this one slides around and I think that's what happened. I'm going to blame it on the cutting board. It can't be me. It can't be me. We'll use this one. Oh, that's great. Okay, just go down there. I don't care. Yeah, well, that knife is lost into the chasm, so we will have to find a new knife. We will have to find a new knife. Of course it's not me. It's the cutting board. It has to be. I'm going to go in the house and get my other knife because it's a lot faster than an X-Acto knife. And I can probably do it just as fast, including the time it takes me to go in there and get the other knife, as I could to sit here with an X-Acto knife. So I'll be right back. Okay. I'm going to turn this around and do it with my good hand. Okay. I should have got it to a new blade, but I didn't. We're going to call this good enough. All I've done is make a bunch of trash today. And some things that I'll have to do later. All right. Oh boy, everybody's quiet today. Yep, they are. For an old lady, I'm doing well. Me too. Okay, that looks much better. See, I have a little bit of space right here, and it's not folding on itself to get in there this time, so that's good. Okay. Now then, let's get rid of this because it's just kind of in the way. Thanks, Barbara. The pages are kind of, you know, ratty because the knife was not as sharp as it should have been. But we're just going to call that distressing and be okay with it. Actually, it might be fun. No, I'm too tired to mess with that. It might be fun to stress them all a little bit more. Okay. That is just not working. Okay. Sorry, we're going to have to do a quick little fix here. If I can find the end of the tape. Okay. There we go. That's going to be better. Ink 'em a tad. That's a good idea. It is. And this would be a good time to do it since they're just right here. Oh, cantaloupe sounds wonderful. Barbara is cutting up cantaloupe and Mindy is baking brownies. This is X Fasten is the brand, and I think they call it gaffer's tape. But it's a black kind of fabricy kind of tape. I bought it off of Amazon. Hi, Dana. Yeah. I just realized you were here after I answered your question. Isn't that ridiculous? I'm glad you're here. Okay. What time is it? 3:26. Oh my goodness. I told Ethan I would get off at 3:30. Okay, we will finish this on Thursday. I will put the signatures in on Thursday because I've messed around long enough. I think I'm gonna put some glue under this because it's coming off. Well, now that I'm trying to take it off, it won't come off. Thank you, Barbara. I always appreciate some thumbs ups. I don't like to ask for them because it makes me feel weird. You know, they have all these things you're supposed to do if you want to grow your channel, and I do everything wrong because I don't care about growing my channel. I care about people being here who want to be here. So I don't bug people in every video and every live stream to like and subscribe and share like you're supposed to. But that's okay. Y'all are enough for me. I don't have to have a bunch of new subscribers. I mean, I don't mind if I have new subscribers. I'd like there to be even more people having fun with us, but I am going to just love on you. That's what I'm going to do. And if other people like that and want to join, then I'm happy with that. But if I was trying to, make money doing this, I would have to do all the things they say because I'm definitely not getting new subscribers very much. But I don't really, I'm not, I don't want it to become a job because once it does, it's hard enough to do the things I say I'm going to do. If I try to make it a job, it's going to be even harder. So I'm just stuck with you. Well, I'm happy to be stuck with you, Teresa. You guys are like my lifeline sometimes, and I'm very grateful to have all of you. And if there are more wonderful, crafty people that want to join us, great. But if there aren't, I'm perfectly happy. Whew. Okay. Well, it's 3:29, so I'm going to have to say goodbye. Thank you all for coming and watching me struggle through this and encouraging me on. I appreciate it very much. I love you all. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.